Hey guys, what's going on? It is Edward again here with my lovely mother, Susan. What we're going to do is, so we did 2 or 3 NF reactions, but I remembered NF way back in the day. Yes, I am that old. But this is a song from like 2014 before he was ever signed, and he was still kind of messing around with his music, but he was a really good singer. I don't know if anyone knew that. He's a really good singer. So what we're going to do is we're doing a song by Flame. He's also a Christian rapper. So in the song, he's rapping, and NF is the one singing the main chorus. So, and then of course on the verses is Flame, also another Christian rapper. So you won't have to worry about cuss words or anything like that. But I thought for people who haven't seen or heard NF's potential when it comes to singing, let's just go ahead and see what he sounded like even 8 years ago. I could only imagine if he wanted to sing now, he could probably do it even 10 times better. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get into this. I thought this would be a better choice for my mom because she does like a little bit of singing either on the chorus a little bit or just something a little bit different than just rapping for 3 minutes straight. So yeah, ready?
Yeah, let's read.
Flame featuring NF.
Everybody's got a blank page,
right
a story they're writing today, a wall that they're climbing. You can carry the past on your shoulders. You can start over regrets. No matter what you've gone through, Jesus, He gave it all to save you. He carried the cross on His shoulders, so you can start over.
Okay, I'll stop there real quick, but because you know the main guy's probably coming in right there, that sounded like the main chorus, and then sounds like Flame's coming in now. But I mean, I wouldn't like when you first saw that. I think you are also like, is that NF?
Yeah.
Because it's weird to we've been listening to nothing of him straight rap like, and he's really good at anything he puts his mind to, obviously. But same thing. I mean, I would never have expected unless somebody showed me this video how good he could actually sing, if that makes sense. Because like when you hear him in some of his other songs that are newer, even if he does sing a little bit, you're like, but how much of that is actually because now he has, you know, a company behind him, the best studio, the best producers, the best everything. You know, people can tune with their voice and whatnot. But this is old school. This, you know, Flame still hasn't even really hit mainstream to a lot of people because he's Christian, and unfortunately people don't want to listen to that type of stuff. But let's get back into it real quick. But I just wanted to make sure everyone knew that was NF singing. You'll hear him again a couple times.
Don't let your heart be troubled. Don't be afraid. To the brokenhearted, their wishes paid. Never been born, never been torn, never sinned, never disobeyed. I know you think there's no hope, no, but that ain't true. Jesus saved. I know you feeling regret, like I brought this all on myself, like I messed it up big time, and this time I don't deserve God's help. Thinking, how can God forgive me? After knowing what I did, can He? After knowing that I hid from Him and I stayed away and backslid. Listen, Jesus came for the sick, so true. Jesus came for the weak, amen. Jesus came to give good news and to set the captives free, amen. Listen, Jesus came for the poor, amen. Jesus came with the keys, amen. Jesus came to remove the chains so the prisoners can be released.
Everybody's got a blank page, a story they're writing today, a wall that
I gotta say, I did like how he kind of exited it out and the music along with NF coming in. That was pretty cool. And NF's voice, like, some people too need to like warm up to it before they start, and he's already like at that pitch, if that makes sense. Yeah. He doesn't have to like, some rappers like, I don't know if you've ever, Post Malone, have you ever heard him kind of live? He kind of does a little thing with his voice to, it's very unique. And same thing with NF. I feel for him, his uniqueness is he can sing like any note on an instant, and he's a rapper. No one really knows that. He doesn't get enough credit for it. But anyways, let's get back in the video. Okay. We just don't want to get copyrighted. That's it. Sorry, guys.
they're climbing. You can carry the past on your shoulders. You can start over regrets. No matter what you've gone through, Jesus, He gave it all to
I like the closed captions put Jesus instead of Jesus. I'm sorry, that thing made
See,
it.
His love is deeper deeper than the ocean floor. Run to his arms like an open door. God the Father sent the Son so men can come and be free and gotta run no more. Come to me, all who are weary. With heavy burdens, I'll give you rest. Separating you from your sin. As far as the east is from the west. Thrown in the sea of forgetfulness. What sin? What offense?
That was pretty cool. Did you hear when he was talking about the sun? He said as far away from the east from the west, which is unlimited, basically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of cool. For a rapper who's not known, he has pretty good lyrics for being a Christian rapper. Great lyrics, in my opinion. I'm surprised more people don't like listening to this type of music.
And when them waves come crashing in, now calm the winds in your defense. So whatever it is that you've done, he put that punishment on his son. You'll never come under his condemnation, conquer sin and Satan and his accusations. So dry your eyes, lift up your head. Hallelujah, God is not dead. Plus he gave us his peace, and he took our guilt on the cross instead. Took our place and now we embrace a clean slate with the eyes of faith. We do unfailing love, unfailing love. It's not too late, start over.
A story they're writing today, a wall that they're climbing. You can carry the past on your shoulders. You can start over regrets, no matter what you go.
Did you see instead of shoulders it said shooter?
He gave it all to save you. He carried the
Okay, guys, very sorry about that. Maybe don't look always at the closed captions. I didn't like. Maybe because this video is older. I don't know, but they've had a couple words very like the complete opposite. He didn't say shooter. He said shoulders. Just
Yeah, I saw that.
I was like, he's never talked about shooting. So yeah. Okay. Anyways, just to make sure he didn't say shooting.
cross on his shoulders, so you can start over.
He looks so young. Oh, and he's not wearing his hat. Ooh. Yo, I noticed in that video too, when he started, now he always wears his Tim boots, his black hat, because he likes to cover his face. So it was weird in this video, and I'm sure everyone else will find it weird too. He actually didn't have a hat, which is weird because even every photo shoot, everything, he has a hat on because that's his persona. It's not his persona too, but also he does struggle with things, so that's why he likes a really, really private life. And like he said, one of the songs I think we listened to a week ago from his is just he's a very passionate person and it's all real to him. It's not fake. That's why it's NF real music. So he wouldn't ever tell a story that's not true. So it's just kind of crazy that it's like, could you imagine if like people were more into the chorus being really good in rap and then the verses still being the way he does it, rapping mixed with his singing in this song? I would love to hear him do a track like that. I know he does one here and there per album. Like, I think I showed you a little bit of that one that goes, "Oh Lord, can you hear us down here? Oh Lord." So he does other kind of Christian / religious ones like that. But then, of course, even when he goes to another song, same thing he said in a song. He said, being called Christian or something doesn't define or doesn't make me a perfect person or anything like that. Or he basically said, because I don't cuss either, doesn't mean I'm even Christian. Doesn't mean I believe in anything. I mean, his style, like he said, it's just, I don't think I have to cuss to be a successful rapper. And I respect him for that. I really do. Like, as much music as I listen to with cuss words in it, it is nice when I'm driving around town. So imagine me listening to a well-known rapper right now, if it was like Lil Baby or Da Baby, or it's crazy all these names with baby in it already, or just like anything like that where it's all about women, cars, the B word, racial slurs, and then cussing on top of that. I can't really drive around my city without people thinking I'm like some thug wannabe. But if I turn on NF with no cuss words, everyone's looking at me, and I finally get people like, "Oh, my son listens to that." Like it's some soccer mom in a van, but it's like, I listen to that too with them. Like, sweet. Yeah. So for me, I like that NF kind of, you can see even from this song being from 2014, we're going into 2021, you can see how much of a difference in 6-7 years, just not only the way he carries himself, the way he sings, now raps, the way he dresses, wears a hat instead of.
Well,
He would
I
never show
think
his
that's
face
why
like
rap
that.
has a bad name with a lot of older groups of people because of all the cussing and
Yeah.
calling each other names, like, you know.
Well, yeah, because like.
Because if you showed this song to somebody that doesn't know rap or says I hate rap, they would probably have a little bit of a different opinion.
Yeah.
And,
No, you're absolutely right. Because I didn't play one of the songs for you. I was gonna play it for you, but he raps a little bit faster. You know what I mean? And there's not a chorus of singing of any type. It's just more rap. But he actually said in one of his songs too, like, it's crazy how all the things you say or anything pertain to him, like that's about that, he already touches base on it. You know what I mean? Like he already answered your question in a different song that he already made, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like it's just crazy because he knows who he is. He knows what he wants to do. He knows what he wants to create. He's a perfectionist. He did come out publicly on a song and say he's like, I've got OCD. I have to be honest about that. I blow things up that most people wouldn't blow up in their head. I blow them up bigger because I have OCD and I focus on stuff. So for him too, he said rap is his, music in general is his escape.
yeah,
I mean, I'll be honest. I like this type, like if this type with the chorus singing and all that.
Yeah.
And just in general, Christian music. Oh, we should definitely have you listen to like Lecrae, because he's he is a rapper, well known, but again, he only does Christian rap. Remember that song we used to always listen to? What is it? Being broke made me rich. Being broke made me rich. Being broke made me rich. Yeah. It was a while ago. I still have it on my playlist, but maybe we'll do like some more Lecrae or some more, I guess you could say, Christian, even though not all of them consider it religious. They just don't want to cuss and they feel they don't have to.
Well, and that doesn't make you a Christian because you don't
Exactly.
cuss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but automatically in the culture, I guess you could say, of rap, it's like, so you've got like the new generation, which is mostly auto-tune. A lot of kids with the name Lil coming back. Like Lil Wayne was the original OG who did
Now
Lil
it's
Wayne.
Baby.
Yeah, now it's Lil Baby and Lil Durk and Lil this, Lil Nas X. I can't even keep up with all the Lils anymore. And I'm just like, okay, so that's like Generation Z is what people call below the age of 25, right? So that's all those people you saw. Like I did the reaction for Juice WRLD and stuff like that, kind of newer. He raps, but he's melodic. He sings a bit. But unfortunately, he passed away. Unfortunately, the new wave of era is taking drugs. Bummer, but unfortunately, we've already lost like 4 or 5 people last year or two alone that were famous rappers, had incredible futures ahead of them, and none of them even hit 25. I don't even think he even hit 21, to be honest, but I don't want to really speak on their death anymore. I just want to say I wish people would be more open to stuff like this. Like I watch stuff like The Breakfast Club, which is where they kind of go in, they play songs or invite other artists, and they kind of judge and criticize stuff. And I remember one time I was watching them when NF, he was already on like his 2nd or 3rd debut album. He already had like 3 million fans and followers. Like shows were being packed out. He didn't even need it. He was the main one. He wasn't opening for people. He was already signed with Columbia Records and he was already main stage. So then it was weird. The Breakfast Club, which is, of course, all people who've been listening to rap and they've been doing the Breakfast Club for years and years and years, they criticize and they judge stuff. But then I thought it was kind of dumb how the host of it was like, I've never even heard of this white boy, so I don't know. And it's just like, how have you not heard of him when he's got more fame than the entire network that they run, right? But everyone still, for some reason, listens and tunes into them. But then you're going to say you don't know one of the best rappers who doesn't cuss. Like, everyone can say at that point, and at this point, he is the best rapper and the only rapper, I feel like, who's actually made it to that point of fame, but he did it without cussing. I think he's the first rapper to ever do that. Because even though Flame is a rapper, right, he's not, like, mainstream. He's definitely not making the money NF is making, if that makes sense. He's definitely not opening shows and doing tours. Like, I can't think of another rapper, when I say rapper, not rock or anything else, but just straight rap, who doesn't do that not even once and can still fill out a whole tour in every single state of the country, whole thing sold out, and no other rapper could do that without cussing. And I don't get how he can do it, but mainstream, everyone's like, you gotta have cuss words in there, you gotta talk about cars, which I understand to a point though. Like, obviously when you start making so much money, of course you just start talking about money, clothes, because those are your problems. What shoes are you gonna wear in the morning when you got so much money? It doesn't matter how much you spend, it's just you make so much every day at that point, from royalties and all the music you've been doing over the years. It's just I mean, even Lil Baby, since we were talking about Lil Baby, in one of his songs said, I could literally live off my closet, so I'm not even worried about it. So he could live off everything he has in the closet. He could sell it all for millions of dollars. So, but then this guy here, I never seen him in a sports car, never even see him out. He likes to keep to himself. Like I said, he's married. He kind of just leans on her, and I think he kind of stays in his own bubble. And, people sometimes, because when he drops an album, he drops it, right? And then as soon as he drops it, he goes away. He doesn't, you know what I mean? He doesn't do what a lot of rappers do and try and be on he doesn't do features either. So he's not trying to be on people will go to someone like Drake, right? Drake is one of the most successful artists that we've ever had because he has so many features that he gets paid for everything he does. And then he just took the money he was making, then he made his own company, OVO, which is, again, Toronto and Canada. We're from Canada. But again, he took OVO and then he started signing other artists and then making even more money. And then he would jump on as a feature, and then you charge people anywhere from, some people charge $100K all the way up to like a $500,000 to sing one verse on their song. Because when someone goes and types them up, they're not going to know who the other guy is. But if they know who Drake is, then boom, instant fame pretty much, or 15 minutes of fame because Drake was on your single, if that makes sense. But they're still paying him to be on it. You know what I mean? It's not like, hey, you're my friend. Can you come do this for free like most people would? Yeah. You got to send me that $400,000 check though first, and then I'll come down. So it's kind of nice to know that NF doesn't do any features. He did one, but it wasn't even on his album. It was Epiphany with Futuristic. Which also was a great song because Futuristic, I think, decided to skip the cussing also. And then, besides that, no other features and he has the females that come in sometimes to sing his choruses, but outside, there's no real other rapper feature or, like I said, through the whole thing, he's never cussed once, which is amazing to me. And like I said, he drops an album, it's amazing, everyone goes crazy about it, and then he says, I like to let the album drop and then walk away and let everyone try and forget about me, because as soon as I come back, it's like, oh, NF, he's back, but it's like, I've always been here, but okay, that's cool. So he's like, it's basically, I'm promoting myself without noticing it.
Yeah.
It's just people, you listen to something so much, and if you're waiting 1 year every year for a new album, you're listening to that same one on repeat for a year, got to mix and match, and then it's like, you kind of forget about the guy for a little bit. But when he drops that new album, and then it's just, he always has something crazy in his cinematics and everything we were talking about too. So you always know, like, when his albums are coming up, then everyone's like, there's some people who jump off the train, I guess you could say, but then they jump right back on it because they're like, oh, NF is back, and of course, everyone else likes him, but, and they're just following, unfortunately. But overall, anything on that song that you want to leave on there? I mean, it was, I'm going to say for folks watching down below, let me know what you actually thought of Flame. I thought he was pretty good. He's a Christian rapper, so he doesn't cuss either. And I still do know and checked, he does still make music, and he really hasn't blown up as much as NF, obviously. But I just wanted to know, down below, let me know what people think, and then...
He's got a nice voice, too.
Yeah, and he had a good voice, too. So, was there anything else you wanted to add on that?
That's about it.
That's about it? You like the song, though?
Yeah.
Good song? Cool. And like I said, this song is over 6 years old, so a lot different, and this was before he had a record deal or anything.
Yeah.
Obviously, he didn't even rap yet, really. So that's crazy. But anyways, that was Flame featuring NF. Me and my lovely mother here, we're going to sign off. Hope you guys have a beautiful day. Much love, blessings to you guys, and I hope you enjoy the weather, but please stay safe out there, guys.